Would you like to see drive-thrus in town? Find out how you can share your opinion.
Members of the 4th of July Parade Committee announced this year's Grand Marshal, or should we say Marshals, the story ahead.
The Town Council approves a budget for fiscal year 18. We fill you in on the details.
And later, one dedicated Lions Club member is making a difference in the world by donating pill bottles.
Those stories and much more ahead on ELCAT News Update. Thanks for tuning in to ELCAT News Update. I'm Allie Carrington.
And I'm Courtney Ingalls. We begin the show with new information on possible drive-thrus in town. Last week, an EL resident suggested that the planning board change the bylaw to allow drive-thrus. Board members took the idea into consideration, weighing out the pros and cons. But before any decision-making, the planning board wants the public's opinion. An online survey is now available to all residents. An anonymous multiple-choice questionnaire is where your voice will be heard. So, are you in favor or not in favor of drive-thrus? Let the planning board know and take part at eastlongmeadowma.gov.
After taking the survey online, be sure to check out the official ballot for the upcoming town election. Residents will vote for town council and school committee positions, as well as recreational marijuana retail establishments. Town Clerk Tom Florence provided more details about Election Day at the Tuesday, May 23rd Town Council meeting.
It's our only election this year, the annual town election. According to the new charter, we had our lottery to choose where everyone's name is going to show up on the ballot. And on the councilor side, it was going to either be Ford Kane or Kane Ford. So it turned out Kane Ford. And for the school committee, we have the lottery, and the order of names on the ballot is Torsia, Ficero, and Thompson. Hopefully, I'd like to shoot for 15% turnout, maybe even more than that. Again, the more the better. But within 2 weeks, we'll know. And at your next council meeting, we'll know the results. So.
Get out and vote on Tuesday, June 6th from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. at Birchland Park Middle School.
The 2-hour-long council meeting continued with a grand announcement. That's right, the time is here to find out who is our Grand Marshal for the 4th of July Parade.
This is the 19th year that we've chosen a Grand Marshal. The qualifications that we take into consideration are that they are a visible citizen in the community, they are participating in town activities, served on town committees, have been a member of a civic group, a service organization, a club, or a youth organization, or a business affiliation. And they have volunteered for many activities and overall have contributed to the betterment and quality of life in East Long Meadow. This is the first year we're having a husband and wife, so it's going to be Grand Marshals. And we're very pleased to honor Foy and Ray Miller for their contribution.
They're both former members of the town's appropriation committee, volunteering in Springfield schools, volunteering for the seniors for the tax prep, Rotary Club members, former presidents of the Chamber of Commerce for Long Meadow and East Long Meadow. They served on the town's police chief search committee, chair and a longtime board of the Brownstone Gardens, a longtime former member of the Capital Planning Committee. He's had leadership roles in service for the First Congregational Church and elected and served on 2 of the charter commissions. Has also served on the town sidewalk committee.
I love what I do. He loves what he does. And I think we're all fortunate to live in a town like this where people get involved. And the council is a great example of that. And all of you are here tonight. That's a great example of town participation. So I know I'm talking too much, I'm sorry.
She told me not to.
For more information about the parade, visit eastlongmeadowma.gov/4th.
Also at the meeting, a building presentation for a multi-purpose facility. The proposed facility will be located on Chestnut Street, where the abandoned package machinery stands. Talk of shops, restaurants, luxury apartments, townhouses, and more led the council to move forward with the project.
Right now in the development community, this mixed-use scenario, this live, work, play environment that we talk about, it is where the world is going. It is where our young people want to be. These images are actually from a place called Cherry Hill, New Jersey. It was the Garden State Racetrack, 200 acres in this instance. But we were able to create, in the images you see, a mixed-use community with retail and office on the ground floor and residential upstairs. Different types of residential townhouses for sale, apartments for rent, and all of it centered around what we call concierge living. It's also a place where, as a clubhouse, they can gather. We have conference rooms, we have fitness facilities, we have recreational facilities and pools and all those types of things. But really what it is really a hub for the community. On the retail and the restaurant side, we have the mixed-use portion, and we expect we'll have a mixed-use portion here that'll be up on Chestnut Street. That'll be a mixed-use piece where you will be able to have shops and restaurants, coffee shop, whatever, ice cream place, where folks from town can come and gather and be a place where people can meet. We do envision that it'll be that type of place. It is what we do all over the country. I'm working on probably 9 of these right now.
What would you be looking, as this project moves forward, to the council for?
Well, we're going to be looking for zoning, so that will be your action. Kind of get going with the process. We can start bringing other departments in, get the planning, and I think off we go.
I think it's great for the tax base. It's great for the community. It certainly replaces an eyesore. It just moves to the next step.
The meeting ends with a fiscal year 18 budget approval. A public hearing was held for residents to ask any questions as the town manager and town accountant explained the budget outline.
I will go through our, certainly I'll explain right now that if you go through the comparisons of last year and this year, on the expense side, it's very difficult to compare one year to the other because there were a lot of changes in departments and new departments that were established. We've also added a couple of different things. One is civilian dispatch, which was approved by the council to add to put the police officers that are trained as officers on the street. A ambulance service, the beginning of an ambulance service. It's a 3-year project to fully establish that and replace a 1988 fire truck with a lease purchase kind of arrangement so that it's small pieces over a period of 5 years that we address the need for a fire truck. It's the ladder truck.
There's some big numbers out there. There's some significant projects, but I think we have to move the town forward, especially as it relates to public safety.
For residents looking for further detail on budget items, feel free to contact the town manager's office.
National Night Out is officially on. The school committee approved the event at the Monday, May 22nd meeting. East Long Meadow's National Night Out is a free outdoor event for vendors and the public to showcase community support. Interested in having a booth? Sign up on the town's website. Registration is free for all businesses. Over 30 vendors fill the high school field at last year's event. Enjoy food, games, photo booths, prizes, and much more. Learn about our community at National Night Out on August 1st at the high school fields. See you there.
One dedicated Lions Club member is putting his position to good use. Member Vic Lederer has been a Lions Club member for over 40 years. After coming across an article about shipping pill bottles to help doctors and patients in Africa, Lederer reached out to pharmacists Mark and Missy over at the East Long Meadow Walgreens. EL resident Sue Grimaldi gets the inside scoop.
Reading in the Lions magazine, there is a Lions Club in Maryland that collected bottles, pill bottles, which they eventually shipped over to Malawi in Africa for the doctors, so when they dispensed their medication, the people who were receiving it, their patients, would have something safe to carry it and convenient.
Thanks to Lederer's ambition, the East Long Meadow Walgreens is donating 1,000 pill bottles.
Another East Long Meadow Lions Club member is making headlines. Congratulations to Thomas McGowan for receiving Citizen of the Year award. State Representatives Brian Ash and Angelo Pupolo presented the award.
I think the recognition that Tom is getting here tonight from all of you echoes what it means to be the Citizen of the Year. And obviously, you know, looking at all his accomplishments, everything he's put into the community, you have your beautiful family here with you. So It's both myself and Rep. Pupolo's honor to be here to recognize you, to bring greetings from the House of Representatives, the Speaker of the House, and the Governor.
It's great to have clubs and organizations that really get together, still break bread around the table, and talk about what's important to themselves and the club and the community. And I think that's very important to continue that. And if you look at Tom, certainly what he's been able to do is, in his service to the community, I think is extraordinary. And that's why, we need, organizations like this. We need people like Tom who really epitomizes what it means to be a Lion. So on behalf of myself and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, as well as Representative Ash, Tom, congratulations. Keep up the good work, and well done.
A wonderful evening honoring dedication and service to the community.
Interested in becoming a star? Now's your chance. St. Michael's Players is holding auditions for Seussical the Musical. St. Michael's Players is a community-based theater group that creates a safe place for the arts. Ages 7 and up are welcome to audition. Be prepared to sing and dance. Don't want to be in the limelight? Volunteers are needed too. Auditions take place on June 7th and 8th at St. Michael's Community Center on Summers Road.
Library programs are filling up fast. Don't miss the new informational presentation, Don't Be Fooled by Fake News. UMass Amherst journalism professor Steve Fox will explain news outlets and, most importantly, which ones consumers can trust. Bring your questions as Fox has answers. Get informed on Tuesday, June 6th at 6 p.m. in the library community room. Well, that will do it for this edition of ELCAT News Update. Be sure to stay connected with us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all at ELCAT01028. And don't forget to watch us on cable channels 191, 192, and 193. For cable channel times, make sure to check out our ELCAT program guide. Guides are available at the Town Hall, Library, Senior Center, and through our website at eastlongmeadowma.gov.
Stay tuned for our next show as we will cover Memorial Day and Operation Gratitude, a nonprofit organization that sends care packages to veterans. Until next time, I'm Allie Carrington.
And I'm Courtney Ingalls. Thanks for watching. See you next week.